Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Welcome to another Artist Spotlight. And today we are going to be checking out something from my good friend Connor over at Creepy Customs. Now, for those of you who are in the Michael Myers game, whether it be cosplayer, just a fan, or just a mask collector, Connor is the go-to guy, most notably for coveralls. He deals with all things Halloween 78, Halloween 2, even the David Gordon Green trilogy, as well as the Rob Zombie films. What I love about how accurate his coveralls are, he has dealt with the real deal, same make and model coveralls. He's patented them, templated them, and he's even tracked down very similar fabrics, especially when it comes to his 1978 coveralls, even tracking down and finding a replica button, the same button that was on the coveralls. It's crazy. I own a pair. I will leave the link down below to my original mask unboxing video from the very talented Victor Andre here of his Hallway Reaper 78 that included Connor's coveralls in the video, and you really get to see how they shift in terms of color, which is how the original 78 coveralls do. Now, amongst having an accurate mask, accurate coveralls, you got to get yourself an accurate and con-friendly knife, you know, whether it be the knife from Halloween 1 to the J.A. Henkel's knife from Halloween 2018, and so forth. So they always vary when it comes to the knives, but the knife from Halloween 1978 is a beast. It is huge, and it's one of those things where I'm like, who the hell was using a knife that big back in the day, let alone today? Because this thing is a beast of a thing. Now, for the longest time on michaelmyers.net forums back in the day, we're all convinced that the knife brand was Lamson or Dexter, and for the most part, I always thought it was a Lamson. It looked pretty spot on. But that's not actually the case. And actually, it has a bit of 6 degrees of separation from the world of A Nightmare on Elm Street. So it turns out the original knife that was used in Halloween 1978 is a WR Case & Sons Cutco 102-12. Try saying that 20 times. So if you notice, it says Case & Sons. Case is actually the same brand. Hang on. Case is actually the same brand that made the Case XX P210 tomato knife, and these are the knives that they used to build the original Freddy glove from A Nightmare on Elm Street 1 and 2. And this is my original, pretty much mint condition Case XX P210 tomato knife. So Case made the knives that they used in Halloween 1978. And close ones are Dexter's and Lamson's if you can't find yourself a Case one, but at the same time, this is something you can't exactly take to a con because it is classed as a weapon. So the next best thing is to get something that is made of plastic, it is con safe, and also accurate. And this is where Connor comes in. Now, as far as I can tell with my reading, Connor has 3D scanned an original Case & Sons Cutco 102-12 and now offers resin castings of the knife, affectionately known as the Sitter Slitter. So he offers clean ones, weathered ones, bloody ones on his Etsy store, and I'm very honored to say I have one here today. That rhymes. Now, for comparison, once I take it out of the box, I also have the Trick or Treat Studios 78 knife, just for comparison, for anyone that's curious, and obviously, you know, keep in mind with your budget and stuff like that. So let's take this thing out. So I've got a beautiful sticker here with Connor's logo on it. So again, his main thing is coveralls. He offers clean ones, weathered ones, you name it. You can send him coveralls for him to weather and, you know, give him the Halloween kills, Halloween ends treatment and stuff like that. So we're going to be unboxing the Sitter Slitter, and I'm very excited because it's got a bit of heft to it already. It just feels nice and weighty, which is great. You know, you need something that's con safe, but at the same time, it just helps to have a bit of weight to it just for the full effect. Alrighty. I can tell already this is far more accurate than the Tots knife. Ooh. Look at that beautiful weathered blade, man. This is resin and it looks like a heavy-ass steel blade. It's even got the grain on it, the grain that goes that way. Hopefully the camera can pick it up. So let's take this off the handle. Come on, you bastard. And there we go. The Sitter Slitter, the replica Halloween 1978 knife. And I can tell already this thing is damn accurate. And the reason why, see how it has this odd kind of dip going on here. You look at the original 102-12s and you see right here for comparison, there were 3 different kind of variations that went around. And the one they used in Halloween 1978 had this kind of weird dip on the handle here. It wasn't completely straight. but this thing is beautiful. It's got a nice weathered look to it. Again, from what my reading tells me, Connor 3D scanned an original and then obviously had one in possession for reference, for sizing and stuff like that. But this thing is great. It's got a nice bit of weight to it, cast in resin. So if we get it against the TOTS knife, let me see if I can get these guys on top of each other. So you can see that the blade on the TOTS knife is a bit thicker. I guess they were just going for an overall general look, whereas this is spot on to the Case and Sons knife. I mean, if you check that out there, you see that the TOTS knife is indeed a lot more thicker. Now the handle is very straight on the TOTS knife, but this one replicates just how this handle kind of divots down a bit, I guess you could say. Now everything is painted and weathered and it's kind of sealed up nicely here. It's got that nice kind of retro kind of wood grain going on here, much like the Case XX P210 tomato knife. This is brilliant, man. The fact that these can come weathered, if it's one of those things where if you bought a TOTS knife and you weren't confident with weathering it and customizing it, because you do have to do a bit of futzing with this one because the blades are mirrored, whereas if you go through Connor and it's all ready to go, you know, weathered, unweathered, blood on there, whatever you want, he can do it. And also given the fact that the dimensions and everything, it's a pretty much carbon copy of an original Case knife. Don't pick up my face, pick up that beautiful knife. Thank you, Mr. Camera. Now I know I just did my life-size Michael Myers bust on the main channel, but I kind of want to do a display with one of Victor's masks with the knife kind of like stabbed downwards and then have the mask next to it or in the background or something like that with some nice autumn leaves around it. But guys, I can't highly recommend this piece enough. Connor's great, especially when it comes to his coveralls. So if you kind of want to tick all those boxes and get your coveralls and knives sorted if you're doing something from Halloween 78. Also the David Gordon Green trilogy, from what I can see, he replicates the knives from Halloween 2018, the J.A. Henkel's knife, which is great. And given the fact that they're con safe, it does have a bit of weight to it, but it's plastic, so you'll have no problem getting onto the con floor with something like this. So with that being said, guys, I will leave Connor's Etsy store info down below. Go check him out, show him some love. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Love you guts, and I'll catch you in the next one.